I have to be honest with you. I cannot believe, and I should be able to believe it, given what we've been living through over the past 20 years or so. But I cannot believe that I have to keep making these videos. That I've made this video over and over and over and over and over and over again, and people like this still don't fucking get it. We were talking about a living wage in this country and how if you work 40 hours in a work week, then at the end of the month, what you've earned should be able to cover your basic needs. Okay? That doesn't mean you should be able to jet off to Paris because you work a minimum wage job. It means you should be able to have your basic needs met. And somebody said, describe to me what basic needs are. And I said, basic housing, like a minimal basic apartment, sustenance, the ability to put some food into your body so that you can survive, keeping the utilities on so you don't freeze in the winter, and you can have electricity and running water, and basic transportation to get you to and from work so that you continue to make your basic pay. Right? That's what we were talking about. In comes this person, one of 10 million people that have said this to me over the 4 years that I've been on this app, right? Who's going to pay for it? Norway has a similar system. 41% of their income goes to pay for it. I worked hard to pay my home off early. Why should I pay for people's bad decisions? I'm going to say this as nicely as I can, and it's becoming harder and harder and harder to say it nicely because you fucking people don't fucking listen to a fucking thing. Who's going to pay for it? The people, come here. The people working full time, you fucking jamoke. Nobody's asking you to pay for their apartment. Nobody's asking you to pay for their transportation. Nobody's asking you to pay for their food. Nobody's asking you to pay for their utilities. We're saying, can we make it so that if they work 40 hours, if they work a full-time job, they can pay for it themselves by working full-time? How is that a bad decision? You want to know what the bad decision is? The bad decision is deciding to keep minimum wage at $7.25 since 2009. That's a bad fucking decision. Somebody working a full-time minimum wage job and a part-time minimum wage job, working over 40 hours a week, sometimes 50, 60, 70 hours a week and still not being able to pay their bills, isn't a bad decision. It's somebody working their ass off to try and survive. At least they're not going and just sitting on government assistance and going, fuck it, I'm not going to work. We're talking about people that want to work, that are already working a full-time job. They're the ones that are going to pay for it. I think what you're talking about is universal health care, right? Do you know that you already pay for other people's health care right now? I mean, if you have a health care plan, if you have health insurance, you're already paying for other people's health care. That's what health insurance is. So let's recap here. You don't have the fucking gray matter to understand what healthcare is, and you don't have the fucking gray matter to understand that if somebody works full time, they're the ones that would be paying for their bills. Summation, you're not smart enough to have this conversation.